Hey everyone, so this is a Dewalt 20 volt saw. This is the 12-inch bar model and it's leaking oil. This is commonly seen. You can see it's coming out everywhere. And a lot of people think, oh, well, it's the oil fill tube. I replace the O-ring. There's a lot of videos on that. That is one component of it, but I literally have oil coming out all along the bottom here, the back side. You could just undo the cover here and take the bar and chain off, which I already did. This is the DCCS620 model, so it's a little bit of an older model, but it still works great. I like it and use it a lot. Okay, so I got a lot of screws out. These are all T20. Again, you can use a flathead, a skinny flathead. I used a 3/16. To take some of those out, you need a 10mm socket, nut and bolt there to take this bolt out, which is in here. And then you take the cover off, just like that. Now you have all this exposed. Okay, so we got everything apart here. About 13 of those screws. Those are for the handle up top. All little parts came out. Using a flathead screwdriver, you can easily get in here now and pry this open. And there's the inside of it. And this is what we need to get to. Flipping the saw back over, you take out this the oil fill cap there, and you got two T10 torx screws right there. Okay, so quick update. This is the oil reservoir for the bar chain oil. It is out. You have to kind of take it out at an angle and pull at the same time. These come right out. This is a plug that goes on the top here as the feed. That comes out. Just to highlight some tools I have here. Gloves, nylon or rubber gloves are good as well, but good pair of gloves. Long nose, needle nose pliers makes it a little bit easier. Adjustable wrench like this, or just something you can grab with, basically is what's helpful. Don't forget the 10mm. Of course, you always need a 10mm, right? Long flathead. I got my T20, and then over here I got my little T10. And now I'm going to make a gasket using this because I work on hot rods. So this is a good product. It's a gasket maker, oil resistant. This is in black. They sell it in different colors. Any auto parts store carries something like that. They probably even have a smaller tube, but for me, I have a larger tube already in my shop, so this is perfect. We can see all the parts we pulled off here. That's the hole that the cap goes into and screws into. Here's all the extra screws and little bits. I'm going to clean this up really good, get it really dry, and get all the oil off of it, degrease it with some alcohol or mineral spirits, and then apply the silicone gasket around every orifice that's open, and then even along these lines here where the tank was pressed together when it was made out of plastic. I don't know if it's leaking from there as well. And then I'm going to get it all back together. Fun stuff. Just to demonstrate something here, this is the cap that goes on right here. There is no rubber gasket or seal of any kind. It's plastic to plastic. So my money is that it's coming out of here between this little seal here, because there's nothing, not even an indent that's making good contact. So Dewalt, I wish you put a rubber gasket there. It would make my life a lot easier. But I'm going to show you what this looks like when I get it ready. I do recommend to wear nitrile or other gloves for this next part, because it might get a little messy trying to use the ultra black grease. And it's got this nice little knob. I cut a little piece off there to make a small gasket. Okay, so all done. This is the reservoir for the bar chain oil. I'm going to clean it up a little bit more, but you can see I got the gasket maker on there. It's in all the pieces. This is an O-ring sticking out, that little angle I just wanted to highlight. There is an O-ring inside of there, and I have one also that goes on around my cap actually there when it all goes together nicely. But I got the gasket maker under this piece in there and the little vent hole there. Make sure when you put this fill tube in right there that it goes all the way to the bottom, because that's your pickup tube for getting oil out to get to your chain and oil it while you're using the saw. Okay, so now let's all get everything back together. Nice big mess we got here, but it'll be fun. Okay, here she is all back together. It was slightly difficult to put this back together, but not too bad. No extra parts or anything. I already tested it out with the battery, so it runs fine. It's all tension. Let this dry overnight, fill it with oil, and we'll be ready to go.